Today we're at Kirimaya golf course in Khao Yai. It's out in the middle of nowhere, Jack Nicklaus design, absolutely beautiful golf course. And today I've come out here because I need to work on my game and try to get under par, which is my goal for this year. One of the ways I'm going to do that is with the Rangefinder. This is going to be key to me scoring lower, just because I need to learn the distances to things, not just to stay short, but to go over and attack more in order to go under par. And today we're going to be playing with the Ho2, absolutely stunning Rangefinder. Very, very simple, minimalist design. I love it. Now when I get one of these things in, you know me, I love a Rangefinder. I've shown you a couple of them. The first thing I see is it rattling? Is everything built nicely? This one is solid as a rock. So over here I'm going to shoot to that tree on the right and realize that's 299. The fairway is pretty wide, so I'm going to set this up middle of the fairway. If it draws toward that tree, I know I'm never going to reach it into the wind. It's 299 yards. Let's go, hit driver, first tee of the day. From there we'll work our way around with the Rangefinder. Now is that we tee the ball up on the right side to hit away from the water, because whenever we hit tee shots we want to hit away from trouble. That's the best way to go about it, whatever handicap you are. Just a little fader. Beautiful first shot of the day. It's telling me it's 133 yard playing distance, 134 to the pin. Now that's what I like about slope rangefinders. It's not that they just give you the slope and you just take what it says. What you want to do if you play in competitions is slowly learn. If it's uphill it plays longer, if it's downhill it plays shorter. That's what you want to take note of. So it's about 135. So 135 into the breeze. We always want to take into account the breeze. I feel like it's half a club. Half a club. So we're going to take a 9-iron. Hey, what a good caddy I got today. Boom. I have to want to make putts, so I have to see this ball going in. Yeah, hey, what a caddy I got today, man. Hey. Now the Ho2 comes in this nice case. Now a lot of cases are like got zippers and things like that, and they're so complicated that get stuck on the corners. Look at this little magnetic thing like that. Boom. Absolutely love that. Now what I like to do on this is not only see what I must stay short of, but see what I can't reach. So give me some clarity and some good feeling. So the trees on the left side there are 300 yards away. So I know roughly I'm not going to really hit it 300. So I know I can go left and the hole opens up to the right, which means I can aim it up there, and if I do fade it I got tons of space. So in my mind I'm generating a fade, trying. If it comes out, great. If it doesn't come out, that's fine too. So there the fade was generating in my mind, not necessarily really trying that hard, but just feeling it in my mind, visualizing it in my mind. I committed to the fade and it came out. If it didn't and drew a little, at least it's not going to be a big duck hook where I'm going, am I hitting draw? Am I hitting fade? What am I doing? So even if you don't know, commit to one, and I bet that your result is going to be better than being between two shots. Bam, 248, bam, 248. So 248 down breeze, I have a great feeling about that. I think we can go for this. It's got a good lie in the rough here. It's not really sitting down. It's sitting kind of up on the dry grass. We don't have much danger. I'm okay to go in that bunker, over the green, left of the green, no problem. We're going to go 7 wood, and we're going to knock this bad boy on. 248, measure. It's going to be a little bit short, but we're lucky if we get there. Little short, not the best strike, a little fader, but let's go. Maybe a bit too long, we'll take it, As long as we get on the green and we don't gaff it across the green or have a double chip. Now we have a putt for birdie, we'll get better as we go. Maddie, where are you going? Okay, we'll take the par and we GTFO. It's an absolute monster of a par 3 here from Jack Nicklaus. We're into the breeze. You can't feel it because of those trees. Now what we're going to do is take the wind from the previous hole, because that was like a club wind downwind. So we're now in the opposite direction. It's at least a club, and if we go higher, a club and a half just into the breeze. We can't feel it though because those trees are blocking out the feeling. This is a 234 yard hole to that back pin, okay? So it's saying 234. To carry the bunker directly in front of the pin, let's shoot to the ridge, the edge of it. We get 190. Now 190 is to hit the top ridge. Let's add 6 to carry that. We need 196 guaranteed carry. Front edge on the left, we're getting 185, 186. So we can either go left edge safe and have a good chip or putt up the hole, or go for the hole into the breeze. I'm going to take the 7 wood here and attack this hole. If I didn't have the confidence, I'd hit a 4-iron to the front edge on the left. Let's go on really high. Hope the wind doesn't hold it up too much. Go, ball. Go. It's near the hole there, girl. 235 yard birdie, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I want to take my rangefinder, and what I want to do is shoot to see how far to get in the trouble, how far to carry trouble. Same thing for any handicap level. On the left we have a bunker. To carry that is 280 yards. The other one to carry is 320, and to get into it is about 280. Into the breeze, am I realistically going to hit it in that bunker? Percentage chance, 30%. I'll take my 70% chance with that wide area before the bunker that I'm not going to go in it. I think the drive is a great play here, wide open, and now that I know the distance to get to those bunkers, that means that I know that this wide section I can see here, probably about 50-60 yards wide, is okay for me to hit a driver and not worry about the bunker, because we have the breeze into us, club and a half. So we're not going to hit it on target every time. So I've hit it a little left there, thinking a lot of stuff in my head with a new driver swing. We're in the bunker. We have a shot. We'll go work it out from there. No tantrum, no panic attack. Let's get down there. Let's see how it's lying first before we assume too much. Now from the tee, we're thinking we're in the bunker. Oh, it's probably going to plug. Probably going to be a long bunker shot. We're already thinking bad things. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's get to the ball and assess. I've gone through the bunker or over the bunker between these bunkers. On one hand, it's lucky. On the other hand, I have a very sandy lie on an upslope. Plus, I now have a tree in my way. So it's unlucky in that we have that. It's unlucky because it's a sandy lie. It is lucky because we have an upslope, which will increase loft on my club. So when I take the distance with the rangefinder, we're getting 159 yards. Normally, I'd hit an 8-iron here. Now I'm into the breeze, but I'm on an upslope and I've got to clear this tree. Will my 8 clear the branches of the tree, or will the 7 clear the branches of the tree? That's what we have to think. In my mind, I think an 8 is a better play. I can be more committed, trust that it's going to clear this tree more than a 7. So I'm going to take my normal club 8, but I'm anticipating it might be short. I have to check the lie first. We start with the lie. We don't start with the distance. Lie is sandy. I'm still between the 7 and the 8. I'm still thinking the 7 may be good. But let me see if I can feel a draw. I can feel a draw. So let's go with the draw 8-iron. The sandy lie may catch me out if I don't catch this clean, but hitting a draw shot will allow me to catch the ball cleaner. So we're going to hook it a little bit. High draw. Now if I can catch this, we're laughing. You better draw, ball. You better draw. Okay, well, we got lucky, real lucky there. Now, I like that idea. But let's try a normal shot just for practice. We're going to try one just for practice without trying the draw. We're going to just give it the same lie. And this is how you learn about the lie. I don't trust this sand. But let's see what happens if I just did trust the sand. Straight shots. No problems. See, so what happens is that's exactly what I had planned. And it hit the seeds and it's gone in that bunker. I'll tell you what right now. I'll take that pitch up the green on the left over that bunker shot of 30 yards every day of the week. So don't get too upset about your bad shots. Try hit another one and see what would happen with the shot you had planned and compare. I'm going to say my first one turned out better than the one I was going to regret. Okay, a little bit long, but nice and aggressive shot. I like an aggressive shot. I don't like the getting too fiddly with it. So 56 degrees, a great choice here, all the way down to a pitching. But if you take a 9 or an 8, you're going to feel a little fiddly. So we'll take that. We've got a par putt. Let's go make it. Oh, man. I thought I had that, girl. It's a hell of a long hole, this one. 483 par 4 into the breeze with a dog leg left. I've got to clear that side on the left, which means I'm going to tee up on the left, because if I tee up on the right, I'm heading toward the corner, which will make me want to hook it into the corner. So I'm going to keep it on the left side for error, and if I hit that draw and get it correctly over that corner, I'm going to leave myself like a 6 iron or 7 iron in. If I put it out right, I'm going to leave myself a long approach in, like a par 5 almost. So I'll take this rangefinder, very nice, that's 259 to that tree there. So anywhere from that tree and left is going to be great for me. I run out of fairway at 344, so I'm taking that conservative, like kind of conservative to me, the edge of that dog leg, hope for a draw if it comes good. If it's a little fader, I'll probably hit it a little left of the spindly tree, leave myself quite a long approach. Very difficult hole. We'll be lucky to walk out of here with a 4. ...202 yards to the hole. We're into the breeze though, so we'll probably, because of the breeze, let's say it's 1 or 2 clubs, let's say it's 2 clubs, that's going to be 220 yards. What am I going to hit 220? But I think what I'm going to do is hit the 4 iron here. Maybe it'll actually be under the wind, because those trees may block that wind. That wind's coming over the trees. Okay, so this is a long par 4. I've missed it on the correct side. I didn't go left in the bunker. I'm just on the right, have a lot of green to chip, and with the rangefinder, with the zoom on it, you can actually see further. So I noticed the pin was more at the back, so I'm happy to be on the front here any day of the week. 483 next to the green there, easy chip. I'll take it every day. Take your time. Let's start with a lie. I'm on cow grass, down grain. Not the best. Okay, this grass is awful. This lush grass over here much easier, so that's a difficult grass to hit. But come have a look. You can tell from there that it's downslope, upslope. So we have to understand, are we going to land it on the downslope and let it kick up? Are we going to land it short, let it roll? Or are we going to fly it further so it only has one slope to contend with, but a variable amount of spin? For me, I feel like if I chip this 48 degree on short of those sand patches, it's going to kick on quite significant, and then that upslope's going to kill it. And we have to read the break. So we have to read the break. I see it from right to left over this sand patch. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th sand patch on the green. I'm going to try land it just short of that, 48 degree, kind of lower trajectory, get it rolling up. Now, I've been working on the chipping only slightly, more on the full swing. So we got to really feel the turf into action. We're only going on feel here because I have no mechanics. See my spot. Oh, a little wide, but that's you see the distance control. It was exactly the distance I wanted to land it. I just put it out too far right, but that's cool. We've got a freaking 3 foot, 2.5 foot putt for the par. That's what we always want on a 483 yard. I'm lining this ball up with the lines because my eyes are a bit bad from being on computer too much. Just on the outside of the cup. Gonna give it a medium rattle, medium rare. Come on, man. Come on, man. Now what I love about the Ho2, it's very simple. There's a lot of rangefinders out there, which I've tried. I've tried so many of these things. They try to do too much. I want a distance to the pin, the distance to obstacles, that's all I want. This provides that. It's so easy. Look at that, 2 little buttons. One for settings, you can set yards, meters, you can set whether you want slope or no slope, and one firing button. What you can tell with electronics always, number one, does it rattle? No, perfect. Number two, the quality of the buttons and the adjustment tools. Look at me adjusting the zoom, it's so smooth. We've got 167. I always push it 3 times, especially a new product, just to make sure it's getting me the right distance. That's 167, 167, 167, bam. It's going to be more beginner friendly. Don't need to worry about tinkering with too many things. Literally just charge it there in the USB port, USB-C, 2 buttons, pick it up at the pin, bam, it vibrates when it catches the pin. Can you hear that? Pretty sure you can hear that. Beautiful. Okay, so it still came up short, definitely a 7. I also didn't hit it hard enough. Now something that you want to keep in mind if you're different handicap level, let's look at this hole. On the left we have a bunker. How much to carry that bunker? That's what you want to be shooting with a rangefinder. What's on the right? Not much. What's short right? Not much. Over, tough chip. Over is a tough chip. So if you're an 18 handicap, 20 handicap, how good is it from 170, 150, 160, depending on your tee, how good is it to just get it on the front or leave yourself a chip on the right hand side? Lots of green to work with, no sand. So if you fade it, start it at the pin, hope for the fade. If you draw it, start it right, let it draw in. If either of those shots go straight, fader, you're going to be at the pin, draw, you're going to be outright having a chip. Just take your shot shape into account. Ah, not too bad. Beautiful par. Par for par. Thank you, par. You're welcome. On this long par 4, 386, downhill. So this thing's going to also tell us slope. So for this shot, I shoot it to the fairway. It's 281 real distance, playing 266. So that's a 15-yard playing distance difference. So if I shoot that tree at the end of the fairway there, that tree is 300 yards away. I've played here before. I've hit the driver there. It's gone because it's downhill. It goes that 308 playing distance. And then when you're under that tree, there's a bit of fluffy sand there. Not an easy shot. And it's very narrow in the fairway there. I think I'm going to hang back a bit with the 3-wood. Wider fairway. Just a fuller shot. I'd rather hit like a 125-yard 48 degree than a half 56, half 60, or even a bump and run from under that tree where it's very loose soil. I want to set this up nicely in a fairway. I'm going to go 3-wood. Fady McFaderson. Great. So look there we did a little fader McFaderson. Probably thinking too much about hooking it. So silly, so silly. I've got so much space on the left. So that's what we have to do, is somehow get our head in the game, is not those silly mistakes where the thoughts are controlling your body to get a little bit hesitant, sending it right, when all I needed was a nice slinging draw, which I was seeing in my head, top of the backswing, don't go left, bing, commitment, confidence, birdies. This is where I went really well, okay? A puffy 3-wood to the right, fine. Short of the bunkers, have a shot in, a good one, I'm down there in the fairway. A driver on this same line is either in the bunker or probably in the water, and that's why, because it narrows up so much in line with that tree that it's better to just hold a 3-wood back here, because I'll shoot with the rangefinder and I'll tell you right now that I'm probably inside pitching wedge range. Yep, exactly pitching wedge range. I've got 129, so 129 to the hole, and to carry this junk in front of us, 104. The worst strike with the pitching wedge is always going to be at least front edge. Wind off the right, not really into me. We're going to take the pitching. It's going to be money. Pitching. Part of that decision with the pitching wedge was the lie. This is cowgrass. Luckily, it's cowgrass mixed with some zoysia or Bermuda. And it's sitting up, but it's sitting in a kind of lie that's going to have a slight flyer. So I'm not going to hit this proper pitching wedge. It's going to be more like a punch shot, because I feel like the spin will reduce from that lie. Bit of grass between the ball and the club face, and it's on a bit of a fade lie. So I'm going to set this up at the pin, confident with the distance going in that I'll carry all of that junk, and if it fades, great. If it stays straight, I'm at the pin. A little fader. I'm not sure if it's enough though. See, so that's okay. That's a bit of a knuckle. So I don't really care much for green in regulation all the time. From a rough lie like that, hanging with the ball below my feet, I did expect it to fade, which it did, but not much. We're puttable. We're not green in reg. We're fringe in reg, or I like to just group it all together, puttable in regulation. With this kind of proximity, from 130 yards, 17 feet, 16 feet, would I take that to the right? I'd be so happy. Would I take it to the left? Equally as happy, but psychologically you have to see it as the same. It's still puttable. We don't have any obstructions. Oh, mamma mia, man. Par 5s are probably going to be my target holes from now on. I really want to get a good drive out there and hopefully go for them in 2. This is a challenging one. We've got water cutting up the hole. But the thing I like to do, especially when I want to give one a go, get it out there, I want to see what's going to be worst case scenario. And I see those trees up on the left. That's 310, 311 yards. I'm not going to reach that on the left. So I'm even happy there if I just pull it a little bit, no problem. But I'm going to go straight at that banana tree. And that's far away. That's 450 yards. That gives me a great aiming thing to look at, knowing I'll never reach there. It's a bit of an internal game I play with myself to try hit the top of that tree 400, 500 yards away. Keeps you focused on what you're going to do, not on the puffy in front of you. That's going to be my target. If I can crush one out there, it goes downhill over the crest. Perhaps we can go in 2. Okay, mate. I blocked myself out here. I went a little bit right. You know, we're talking 15 yards left and we're going at this green. For me to go at this green, I'm going to have to hit a little fader. So we might do a fader. I was actually wanting a little corporate draw off the tee, but we hit a fader from the tee too. So we have to go out to the left a little bit to actually measure, because the ball's to our right, because the tree's in the way, so we can't shoot through a tree. From here we've got 217. It's really gettable, and a lower lofted club is easier to fade. I'm going to think about fading it because there's no other option. If I don't fade it, I have to chip it there to 150 and try get on from there, or hit a wedge to the fairway on the other side of the water and try make a birdie from there. I'm going to weigh my options up and see what I can do. Get the feeling, can I fade it off that slope? We may have a chance, but it's a draw slope, so it's going to be a tough fade. We're going to do it, players. We're going for the fader off the draw lie with a 4-iron. Are we all ready? Everyone's getting in position. This could be a great shot. I have to ensure that this thing fades at least enough to get into those bunkers. But luckily we have a club that fades easier. Lower loft fades easier than higher loft. So we're going to send this out. Going to aim the club face at the hole, send it out left to those white trees, and hopefully bring it back. Now I've got to feel the fade here. Feel the fade. Doesn't have to be low, just needs to be a normal fade. I'm going to take this impact position that I'm feeling here, where I'm grounding the club is the same place, just inside my left heel. And that's where I'm going to hit this fade from. That may be the best shot I've ever hit in my life. We're a little short, but that may be one of the best shots I've ever hit. Just loving life, you know. I'm your friend in the fairways, players. I want to shoot a 64. It's what I've written down as a goal for the year, and I'm going to do it. This is the beginning phases that you're watching. My 64, maybe your 84. My 64, maybe your 78. Follow along. See how I'm strategizing. See how I'm correcting myself. We're going to improve our games this year, player. Just let it float up. A little long, but I'm just getting used to it now. I'm getting used to it. We'll get there eventually, and that's going to be the key to breaking par, is to get that feel to land here and not pass the hole. But one thing I'm very positive about with the Tacoma wedge here is that I'm hitting the center, and that's unique. Normally I'm here, there, center, good strike, We'll get the feel later.
Go in. Go in. In.
Oh man alive. Oh, I wanted that so bad. Kitty. Oh my gosh. Okay, because your name is Pa, next time when you change your name to Birdie, we'll make birdies, okay? Now we've got the tree in our way over here, so we're going to come out a little bit left to a little bit right of the tee. I always get left and right mixed up. And we can see it's actually a wide hole. If we look from the tee, all we can see is 2 bunkers down there, and it looks really tight up on the right. We've got tons of space on the left. I'm going to come out even further this way, and I'm going to see that to carry that bunker in the middle, 232, no problems with my driver, no problem. But the key here is to look further this side and see how wide it is on the left. You can become too obsessed with the right hand side from the tee, when in actual fact left of that middle bunker I got 30-40 yards of space left, so it changes things a lot. Now when I walk back, I look at something from, I would anticipate that side being my aim point. I can see a tree over there. Now when I move back this way, I have to watch that tree and kind of see if I can still see it or what I can aim at. So that tree is disappearing that I want to aim at, disappearing, but I'm still watching it, and I'm now guessing with an educated guess, it's over these trees here with the dead seed pods on it. I'm going to just hit it straight over there with the driver. If it fades, I'm a-okay. So I'm going to feel for that fade. Longer distance, they get mixed up background and foreground. This one picks things up in the foreground really easy. I was shooting distances 248, 275, no problem with this. No problem. Love it. Check him out. Ho 2. Okay. Now, normally what I do is I like to set it up somewhere on the tee where I can align my club face to something in front of the ball, a foot or 2 in front. This time there's not that much, so I'm going to try line it up to this burnt piece of grass that's fallen down from the sky. That's exactly on the line I want, and then from there I'll focus on something in the distance and just envision the shot, really see it flying. Come on, Maddie, you've seen that little fader. Get that little fader going. That's going to be brilliant. A little high in the face, a little high, but I think we're going to be just short of that bunker. Money shot. Beautiful. Middle of the fairway. Now we want to work out distances. We've got a clear shot, opening of the green, easy game. It's still quite a distance, okay? We haven't got it super close. We're about 178 away. I'm shooting this 3-4 times just to make sure, just to test it. It's giving me readings within a yard. 178, 179, 178, 179. Took it 178 into a small breeze. Beautiful. Now I'm in a bit of a depression here in the cow grass. So I'm going to have to kind of top this putt a little bit. So maybe just need to give it a little extra so when it pops out, it keeps rolling. Just like that. What a day. Ho 2. What a rangefinder. Hey, Kitty! Great job, girl. Boom, baby.